Before this video starts, make sure to give it a quick thumbs up, and if you are not a current subscriber, make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss a video. Thanks. Alright guys, hopefully you stuck around for the tutorial. So this trick is really easy to do. I'm sure most of you guys already know how to do it already, but please do not take this trick's lightness as weakness. It is a very, very powerful effect, and you will get extremely great reactions from this. So I definitely recommend that you give this one a try. So anyways, what you're going to need here is just a normal deck of 52 playing cards, and literally just one blank card. That's literally the only gimmick that you need. So no, you do not need an entire deck of blank cards. I know some of you guys may have been worried about that, but no, all you need is just one blank card, and you are going to be good to go. So the only real setup for this trick is you're going to take your blank card, just set it on the bottom of the deck, and then you are ready to go. So all you're going to do is you're going to take out the deck and introduce it. If you really want to, you can give it a shuffle, as long as the blank card is the first card that goes down, and then you would shuffle the rest of the cards just to keep the blank card on the bottom. However, you are going to be displaying all the cards as blank in the beginning, so I really don't think it makes sense to shuffle the cards, so I recommend that you don't. But if you want to, you can. Just do however you want to present your trick. But again, I would recommend that you don't give it a shuffle, just kind of introduce the deck. So you're going to come in and you're going to show all of these cards as blank. Now, for those of you who do not know, how in the world am I supposed to make an entire printed normal deck look blank with just one blank card? Well, it's actually very, very simple. You need to learn how to do a blank fan. Now, all a blank fan is a traditional thumb fan, but since you have this one blank card, you are going to be able to make all of the cards look blank. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to do a fan in this tutorial, only because, again, this is just going back to the basics here, and most of you guys should know how to fan a deck of cards by now. I learned how to fan a deck of cards from Chris Ramsey, and he's going to be able to explain this a hell of a lot better than I can. So if you are a beginner and you do not know how to fan a deck of cards, I highly recommend you check the link I will leave in the description below. It will take you to Chris Ramsey's tutorial, and he will go in depth on how to do a thumb fan. Anyways, a blank fan, again, will look a little something like this. You are going to be able to fan out all the cards and show all the cards are blank and are not printed whatsoever. Now, again, in actuality, you can see all the cards here really are printed. Nothing really has changed. But when you're fanning the cards, all you can see are the sides of all the cards, and all the sides are just white. So you're actually just hiding all of the pips and all of the indexes. So this is what creates the illusion that all the cards are blank and just a solid white color. Hence why this trick is so powerful, because everything's going to be printed at the end. But obviously you guys know that all the cards really are normal, nothing has changed, but since you can only see the sides of the cards, it makes for a really great illusion. And yeah, you probably don't want to flash that little bit in the corner like I just did there. But anyways, once you've done your blank fan, you're just going to take the deck and just flip it over and set it on the table face down. Now, one thing I did forget to mention, you are also going to need something to write with and something to write on. So yeah, I did forget to mention that at the beginning of this video, but you know, all's good. Now, this is actually just going to be kind of a red herring, and it's going to be used as slight misdirection, and you'll see why. Because you're going to tell the spectator that you're going to write down a prediction. But you see, you're not actually going to write down anything, hence why you saw in the performance why the whole thing was still blank. I didn't actually write anything down. So what I'll actually do to make this a little more magical is I'll uncap the Sharpie, and then what I'll actually do is, here, let me show you. I'll uncap the Sharpie, and I'll just kind of press with I'll just go on the side so it sounds like I'm writing something, but I'm not actually like writing anything. So just to make that a little more convincing. So again, basically, in summary, you're just faking to write something. You're not actually writing anything, you're just pretending to write a prediction. So now you're going to put it face down and take your, so-called prediction and just set it down and let the spectator that we're not going to go near it till the end. So they think you wrote down some kind of prediction, but again, in actuality, you didn't write anything. And at this point, you can actually just ditch the Sharpie or whatever you're writing with. You don't need it. Okay, so now you're going to come back to the deck. Now, again, the blank card is still at the bottom. And again, obviously, all of the rest of the cards are completely normal. So you're going to force the blank card on them in the simplest way possible. This is one of the easiest card forces in Magic. This is known as just a crosscut, I think. I don't think it has any other fancy name. If it does, then I'm just kind of spacing out here. But I'm pretty sure it's just called a crosscut. And basically, you're forcing the blank card on them by telling them to cut the cards. Now, in reality, they've actually just cut to the 10 of hearts here. But what you're going to do is pick up that pile, the bottom pile with that blank card, and just say, okay, we're going to mark the cut, and we'll come back to this in just a minute. So now, when you come back to this later on, all you're going to do is lift up and say, okay, here's the card you cut to, and just flip this over. Now, for you beginners out there, you're wondering, how is that going to fool anyone? That's so obvious, the reason why is because of the prediction. Because after they cut the cards and they mark the spot, you're going to come back to your prediction and say, oh, so you guys remember I wrote down a prediction, and you can see it's blank. And now, when the spectator is focused on the prediction, and now they're actually going to be questioning to themselves, why isn't blank, didn't you write something before? They're going to have just a few different thoughts going through their mind that they're going to forget about this for a second. So now when you come back to this and flip this over and say, okay, here's the card you cut to, everything looks so natural, and it just looks, it looks like nothing suspicious even happened, because it's just that misdirection ability. So just one last time, you write down the prediction, you set it down. And now all you're going to do, well, I'm an idiot, I literally just cut the blank card into the center of the deck, but you're going to have that blank card on the bottom, tell the spectator to cut the cards over, take that bottom portion with the blank card, just cross it and say, okay, we'll mark where you cut to, come back to it in a second, reveal the prediction, and just take your time with this, because again, the more time, the more misdirection, the better. They look at the prediction, now you come back, and then you just flip this over and show they cut to a blank card. So again, great misdirection. They will not catch a thing at all. So at this point in the effect, you're going to say, okay, my prediction was blank, and of course, you cut to a blank card. And no one's going to be impressed here. And it's actually kind of, this is one of those gags, one of those laughing things, like, some people are just going to think it's a joke, and you're going to be like, haha, really funny, and then they're going to expect maybe some other trick later on. But then you're going to say that they really should be impressed. And then really the trick's pretty much over here. The only thing you have to do is just reveal everything. Just show that they cut to the only blank card. And then you can just show off all the cards being printed. And that's really all there is to it. Again, very, very simple trick, but super effective. I don't think I needed to go too in-depth with anything, because everything made pretty much sense. It was all self-explanatory. Again, pretty easy trick, but again, super, super powerful. Please do give this one a try. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Cardtrix 8 signing off. Peace out.